What's going on, everyone? This is Julian. I hope you all are doing well and welcome to another video. And in today's video, we are going to be taking a look at some of the first battles that I've been doing here in the Go Battle League in the new season, the World of Wonders. And in this new season, we have quite a few new updates. I didn't make a video about the updates this time around, but you can definitely feel free to look at the move updates just in case you missed it, as well as the attack updates too. But we're going to be taking a look at two of these updates today. We're going to be looking at a team with Empoleon in the lead and then two fighting types in the back. So Empoleon is a beneficiary of one of the new move updates here in this season of Steel Wing. So now it has access to a little bit of a better energy generating move and also a steel type move at that, which will give it additional coverage, but and also loses some matchups due to the steel typing, but that's fine. It is still a much better move overall than Waterfall. So of course Steel Wing, it will be good here up against like fairies and especially like ice types as too. But of course with Waterfall you'll be hitting fire types harder, but in all cases though, Steel Wing is definitely a much better improved on Empoleon. And we are going to be pairing that with the two fighters. So Annihilape, of course, on the safe swap, just to draw out any potential Charmers or anti-fighting types. So I'm running it with Night Slash and Shadow Ball, but of course there is still case to be made where you can run the Ice Punch moveset as well. And then Gallade in the back also got a new update here with the move of Psycho Cut. So now it gets to its moves very, very quickly. It takes four Psycho Cuts actually to get to a Leaf Blade and 5 to a close combat. So that's how quick it is here. And we are going to be seeing just how powerful it is. Granted, it's definitely better to run Gallade as a Shadow, but unfortunately I do not have one that I can build at the moment. So I'm going to be running the non-Shadow version for now. And then the same thing with the Empoleon. I also do not have a Shadow one built. So again, same thing here. I am going to be running the non-Shadow version of Empoleon. So that is the team. And we're going to be going ahead and getting right into the battles. I believe this was a 4 win out of 5 set, or 5 out of 5, but that's fine. We're going to be taking a look at this set nonetheless. So we have Empoleon here with a new move of Steel Wing going up against a Decidueye on the lead. This is a pretty neutral matchup, and we're going to be seeing if we can outpace. I tried to catch a move here on the Annihilape, and I'm able to successfully do that. I'm guessing they are going to be throwing the Spirit Shackle here, which is totally okay. Going to be doing some nice damage to the Annihilape, and then they do come in with the Gliscor. So this is where having the Ice Punch would have been nice, but that's okay. I'm going to be going for a Night Slash right here. I'm going to be fishing for a shield or a boost, and unfortunately I do not get either of them, which is totally okay. But that's fine. I'm going to now go ahead and come back in with the Empoleon in this case. I believe I am going to try to make a Hydro Cannon here. And I am just going to let this move go, and then I'm going to just trust in Gallade and see what the opponent wants to do here. So I'm going to go ahead and let this move go. They have Aerial Ace for some reason, which is kind of strange. So I'm going to go ahead and fire off one more Steel Wing and then go ahead and go for the Hydro Cannon right here. So this is going to be doing some very nice damage or getting the final shield. And now I'm going to go ahead and pivot into the Gallade. So I know that they have Aerial Ace, so I will need to commit one shield here. So I definitely want to start building up energy on this Gallade and see what they want to do here. I'm going to go ahead and fire off the Leaf Blade right away. In hindsight, I could have farmed by one more Psycho Cut, but I didn't want to take any additional wing attack damage here. So that is going to knock out the Gallade, and they are going to come back in with the Decidueye here. And I'm able to outpace right here to the Leaf Blade, and this is definitely going to be enough from this range to take out the Decidueye. And it all depends on what the opponent has in the back. So the opponent is going to bring in a Quagsire. So this is definitely going to be a pretty solid game here. And the Gallade does win the CMP tie over the Quagsire. So this is great. And this is definitely going to be knocking out the Quagsire. So that's going to be a great game. Very well played to my opponent. Hopping into the next battle here, we have Empoleon up against a Weavile. So this is where you want to see it here. But actually the whole team will do well against the Weaviles. So I'm more than happy to stay in here, and they come in with a Acid Arbok, so that is definitely something you don't see every day. But that's totally fine. I'm going to go ahead and stay in here as the Empoleon, and I'm going to start firing off these Hydro Cannons against this Arbok. So they're going to go ahead and give up a shield, which is totally fine. I'm going to go ahead and throw a Hydro Cannon here. They do win the CMP Tydo, but that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and no shield this move. It's a Dark Pulse, and I'm going to go ahead and now fire off another Hydro Cannon here and see what my opponent wants to do. So very interesting choice to bring in an Acid Arbok. So they're going to go ahead and let this go, which is perfect. And they actually do come with a Togekiss. So this is actually where I want to see the Togekiss as well. I do need to stay in here, and I do have a couple of great responses in the back to the Weavile. So in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and fire up the Hydro Cannon and get the last shield. And now I'm going to go ahead and just let my and just do as much sealing damage as I can here to this Togekiss. Now, I am going to wait out my switch timer here, and I think I decide to come in with the Annihilape. Or actually, I do come with the Gallade here first. I do need to... I'm going to go ahead and let this go, see what my opponent wants to do. And they are going to actually throw a Dazzling Gleam, and that will definitely one-shot my Gallade. But that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and counter down this Togekiss. They are running Hidden Power, which is definitely not the move you want to run. And then, of course, at this point, I'm just going to be able to counter down the Weavile and take that game. So, good game, very well played to my opponent. Hopping into the next battle here, we have Empoleon up against a Slowbro. So this is also where I want to see it here on the lead. But again, it's an okay matchup, but the Steel Wings are going to be resistant here. And the same thing is going to be the case with these Water Guns and also the Confusion damage as well if the Slowbro has Confusion. So I'm just going to be doing resistant damage throughout, and I'm going to go ahead and fire off a Drill Peck. That's going to do some nice damage here to this Slowbro. I can go ahead and tank any one move, so I'm going to no-shield this first move here from the Slowbro. And they have the Water Pulse, which also got an update here in this new season. So the damage to Water Pulse increased as well, which is now a little bit more of a powerful move. Pokemon like Celio, Gastrodon, a lot of our Pokemon could really benefit from this. So I'd fire off another Drill Peck, and they do shield this one. I'm going to go ahead and save a move here on the Empoleon, and I'm going to go ahead and pivot into the Annihilape and see what my opponent wants to do. They go fire off another Water Pulse, which is fine. And I'm going to go ahead and now commit to the counter down here of the Slowbro with my Annihilape. So this is perfect. And now my opponent comes in with a Bronzong. So I'm going to go ahead and bait with a Night Slash here. I built up to the Shadow Ball, but I'm going to fire off the Night Slash just to see if I can get a shield from my opponent, and I do, which is great. And I get the boost, which is also really good. And now I'm going to go ahead and fire off the Shadow Ball, and at this point this will definitely be enough to KO this Bronzong from this range. The Bronzong is running Feint Attack, which you don't really want to run, and that will knock out the Bronzong, and the opponent has a Steelix in the back. So this is great. Definitely going to be running through the Steelix right away here, and I'm going to go ahead and fire off a Night Slash. In hindsight, I could have just committed to as much counter damage as I could, but that's okay. That's going to be doing a lot of damage, and I get another boost. And Annihilape just swept through the back line there, and that was pretty much going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent. Hopping into the next battle here, we have Charjabug. So Charjabug is actually a very, very tricky lead for this team to deal with, just because of the damage that it can output through its Volt Switches. So I will go ahead and swap into Annihilape and commit a shield here. You definitely don't really want to go shields down, but they're running Crunch, which is interesting. And I'm going to go ahead and fire off a Night Slash. I just want to get some chip damage here on this Charjabug or start forcing shields. But luckily they do give me a shield, which is perfectly fine. And now I'm going to go ahead and farm up a little bit more and see what my opponent wants to do here. So my opponent is definitely going to be throwing another Crunch, and this is starting to get me very low. And now I'm going to go ahead and fire off the Shadow Ball. So I definitely want to get shields down for the Gallade if possible, because Gallade definitely will perform the best with a shield disadvantage. And now my opponent comes in with a Trevenant. So this is going to be a little tricky. I'm going to go ahead and come with the Empoleon here and see what they want to do. I can go ahead and take any one move from the Trevenant. Seed Bomb is fine. Shadow Ball, that's okay too. And it is a Seed Bomb, which is perfectly fine with me. And I'm going to go ahead and continue to chip away here at this Trevenant. But they do make a great catch on a Lantern, so this isn't great. But that's totally okay. I'm going to go ahead and now pivot into the Gallade and start getting ahead on energy here. As you can see, the spamminess of how quick Gallade is will come right into play here. And I'm going to go ahead and CMP tie this Lantern up to the Leaf Blade, and they're probably going to be throwing a Surf at this point, but I can tank any one move, so I'm going to go ahead and let this move go. I will be needing to shield the next one though, so it is a Surf luckily, which is great. So now at this point what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw the Leaf Blade right away. Maybe I could have farmed up at least 1 or 2 more Psycho Cuts in hindsight, but that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and now do some big damage here to this Lantern, and I'm going to go ahead and throw another Leaf Blade right here. I was afraid of the Spark KOing here after the next Psycho Cut, but that's fine. The Trevenant does come back in and does get 1 Shadow Claw's worth of damage in. But unfortunately, I think I am going to I barely reached the Drill Peck, so on like 1 HP, I thought I was actually going to faint there, but that is totally okay. Empoleon coming in clutch, taking out the Trevenant, and that is going to be a good game. Very well played to my opponent. So, as you can see, I was actually getting a 5-0 here for this set, and as you can see, this entire team is so much fun to run, but you could definitely swap out Empoleon for a Bastiodon in the front too, just in case you wanted to have an easier time with Charge-a-Bug. But in any case, this is the team. Let me know what you guys think about this video. If you guys enjoyed it, please feel free to give this video a like and subscribe. Any support will really help the channel grow. And also, if you guys want to stay tuned to any new updates and new videos that I post in the future, please feel free to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on whatever content I have coming up next. And that is going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.